Hey, it's Alex from Ninja Teacher, and in today's video I wanted to talk a bit about what life has been like over the last 6 months living here in Ho Chi Minh City and how things are for teaching English here, living in the city, and what my experience has been like. So let's get into the video. So I'm here getting a smoothie at Fresio, and this is a place that has pretty good smoothies. They're a little bit more pricey than at a street side vendor where you can get a $1 smoothie. It's like a protein and peanut butter smoothie, which is really good, and it's about $3. And as you can see, there's a lot of Christmas decorations going on here. Vietnam doesn't really celebrate Christmas as a holiday. However, they really get into the festive spirits with all the restaurants still setting stuff up. So I moved back to Ho Chi Minh City about 6 months ago after not being in the city for about 2 years. So what was the cost of living like when I got back? Well, if you look at the inflation rates over the last few years, it has been very low in Vietnam. As you can see, it's been under 4% for the last few years. And even now in 2022, when the whole world is seeing inflation on the rise, with countries like the US being at 7.1% inflation and the UK being at 10.7%, Vietnam is only at 4.55% inflation. So the cost of living hasn't increased dramatically over the last few years. And you can watch all the videos on our channel about cost of living in Vietnam and see the general affordable living costs. And looking at the inflation rates, it hasn't increased to the point where that is not the case anymore. So a lot of what you've seen in the previous videos with all the costs that have been shared, that all still applies. When I returned to Ho Chi Minh City, I did feel like things were a bit more expensive than before, but as you can see, there hasn't been a drastic increase. And what was already a very affordable city to live in, while a little bit more expensive than some other cities in Vietnam, it still is a very affordable place to live. So let's talk a little bit about the job market then in Vietnam after seeing what's happened this year for teaching English opportunities. So the good news is that things have bounced back really well since the borders have opened in around April 2022, March actually I think it was. There's a very good demand for foreign English teachers in Vietnam at the moment, and we've seen that this year, as well as actually a big increase in the ESL market. There are a lot of companies that are expanding rapidly at the moment, lots of new companies starting up. So we're seeing a lot of really great growth in the market, which means more opportunities and good opportunities for English teachers. And this year we've run 6 in-class TEFL courses to train and certify English teachers, and most of our graduates are receiving multiple job offers after they complete the course within an average of 1 to 2 weeks. With regards to salaries, these are looking good for first-time English teachers, and I did make a recent video about what you can expect to earn as a first-time or more experienced English teacher teaching English in Vietnam, so you can go check out that video for more information on salaries in Vietnam. As for visas, things have tightened up somewhat this year, with Vietnam still only issuing 30-day tourist visas and to a limited number of nationalities. So there are still some nationalities that aren't on the list to get a 30-day tourist visa, which is unfortunate. And with no ability to extend these visas without exiting and re-entering the country, it is very inconvenient to stay in the country for a longer term period. However, if you are teaching English in Vietnam, as long as you have a bachelor's degree in any subject, plus a TEFL certification, work permits and temporary resident card applications are being approved, so long as you work for a reputable company. So what about the overall day-to-day life and what things are like in general in Vietnam? Well, it's been really great this last year. Things are back to normal and we're seeing everything as usual, good nightlife, restaurants, cafes all open, things to do. The city is back to how it was before. And if you know anything about living in Ho Chi Minh City, Saigon, it's a great city to live in with lots and lots to do. And some of the highlights for me have just been living in the big city again, having my motorbike, being able to cruise around the city, eat out at delicious street food restaurants where you can get a meal for like $2. Recently we made a video about going to eat snails with a big group of our current TEFL students and some of our alumni. As we've come out of rainy season, the weather's been great. Going to swimming pools, rooftop bars, these kinds of things, I think is what makes Saigon a really great city to hang out in. And of course the people is a huge part of it, and we've been really happy to have a growing community again in Saigon, with more and more people coming out to teach English in Vietnam, which means you get to meet people from all over the world. And then of course the locals in Vietnam are very friendly and welcoming, with especially the younger generations being really open to making friends with foreigners, speak English really well. So overall, there's been a lot of positive stuff happening in 2022. I am very grateful for this year and how things have gone, and I am so excited for 2023. I think it's going to be a great year for a lot of people. We're very excited for the new year, and we've got a lot planned for this channel in terms of exciting content from Vietnam, as well as helping people start teaching English in Vietnam in the new year through our teacher training courses. So I hope you had a great year, and leave a comment below letting me know what the best part of your year is, and if you have any plans for the new year. And if you'd like to watch a video about why I moved to Ho Chi Minh City and why you might want to consider doing so too, check out this video over here and subscribe to the channel for more videos. I will speak to you soon. Peace.